Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Daniel and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a newish book written by America's foremost cold case detective. This man is also a best-selling author, and this newish book is Person of Interest by J. Warner Wallace. This man has been on several cold case shows where he kind of talks about how to really pick apart a no-body homicide investigation, what things you're looking for in order to unravel the mystery and ultimately find the culprit responsible for the homicide. This book, Person of Interest, is very unique and interesting because what he's trying to do is refute the claim that outside of the scriptural text in the Bible, there is no real evidence of Jesus. And what J. Warner Wallace does in this book is he uses the skills that he has as a cold case detective to show that that theory is incorrect. That, in fact, there is plenty of historical data showing that Jesus was a real man that walked on earth even without using the Bible as a reference. This book caught my attention. It was interesting to me because Person of Interest is a book that I would consider to be in the realm of apologetics, although it definitely takes a very different route defending the Christian faith than most apologetics books that I've read. Instead of trying to use scientific evidence and data, talking about different scientific theories and philosophies, he's simply looking at historical data from the time before Christ was on earth all the way up until present day. He uses all this historical data to prove one point, and that is that something truly amazing must have happened right around the time that Jesus was claimed to have walked the earth. And what he's arguing is that amazing thing was Jesus being on the earth, and that Christ being on earth really did turn the tides of history. This book was definitely a fun, simple read. I didn't find it too complicated to follow his stream of thought. He definitely has lots of diagrams and pictures trying to illustrate the point that he's making. Throughout the entire argument, J. Warner Wallace talks about what he would do if he was trying to figure out who was responsible in a no-body homicide case. And he says that there are three things that you're really looking at, and that is the fuse, the event, and the fallout. So the fuse is all the events leading up to the homicide, the event is the homicide, and then the fallout are all of the results, the changes in behavior, the evidence that would point to a specific person as the murderer. And what he's doing is using the fuse, which is the time before Christ arrived on the scene, the event, Christ being on earth, and the fallout, all the events after Christ, and the influence that he had on history to show that there is substantial historical evidence that Christ really was here and that he did have an astronomical impact on history. That is the main point, but in this book, J. Warner Wallace also does go on to refute some misconceptions about Christ, comparing Christ and saying that his story is the same as all the other ancient gods that have existed throughout history, and other arguments similar to that. I did feel like I learned a lot about the historical significance of events leading up to the time of Christ, and I also feel like I learned a lot about how much Christ truly has influenced our culture even today. And that's an argument that I hear all the time, is that Jesus and Christianity had such a small influence on history, and J. Warner Wallace does a great job of just blowing that idea clear out of the water. Now that I will say that if you were looking for just one book to gift to a skeptic to show them that there are valid reasons to believe in Christianity, this is not the first book that I would go to. But if you've engaged with somebody who time and time again said that Jesus never existed and that Christianity has had no influence on the earth, this is absolutely the book for you. Person of Interest by J. Warner Wallace is a well-researched book that had a lot of thought put into it and was well put together, and does an incredible job showing that there is really good historical data to show that Christ did walk on the earth, that he was a real historical figure, but also that he had an incredible influence on history. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Person of Interest by J. Warner Wallace. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope I did a good job of summarizing what you should expect if you go and grab this book. Now, if you are interested in reading Person of Interest by J. Warner Wallace, there is a link down in the description below. Also, Person of Interest is in a video that I have done in the past talking about 5 apologetic books that I highly recommend. So if you've not seen that yet, that's going to pop up right here. So go ahead, watch that video, find yourself some other apologetic books, begin studying, and learn about the truth of Christianity and its validity. I can't wait to be with you all once again, but until then, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastical, wonderful day. Have a great day, guys.